We will start with Jojo. Question from Namin. Throughout the series, Hong Q had a far better results in the mid lane 1v1 against you than even Knight, and you seemed pretty down after the back-to-back solo kills in game 3. Was that from his mechanical strength, a lack of form on your part, or a function of the matchups being played?
I would say I was caught off guard how aggressive he was playing, and also today I didn't come in with my full form as I did with versus BLG. So I think it's a mix of both. I think HonQ played lane very well, and at the same time, I wasn't at my usual form in lane.
Merwin, a question from Namin. You and Broken Blade drew a lot of criticism for individual play at this tournament, despite a history of relatively strong results from the EU top laners. In your view, was this due to Fearless Draft, the current meta, or something else entirely?
I mean, I would say it's something else. I don't want to blame like draft or anything or meta. I think every player should be able to adapt to it. I think today, I mean, the last two series, I wasn't really consistent as I was in EU, and I think that's on me to my preparation, and I will just have to reflect on it and improve for Worlds.
Following up, Merwin, you picked Aurelia into Yorick, clearly a very strong counter pick. Bwipo infamously picked Mordekaiser into the same matchup against Flandre with the opposite results. Did you see that game? And what do you think of the Mord Yorick matchup compared to the Aurelia Yorick matchup?
I saw that game. I mean, I think it has pretty unlucky, you know. He tried to do only level 2 and he misplayed, and Flandre also played good, and then the matchup is really volatile. But I think it's a good matchup. I think it's a good angle. I think we pushed really smart about the picks he does. So yeah, I think it was just a lucky game, you know. You can sometimes have one of those games, and I think it's a good matchup. And I think they really are Yorick. I mean, you one shot the small goals, so it's pretty favored. I think not only for that, but I think he cannot really play if you play coordinated with your jungle and team all together. Then you are really strong in skirmishes and in silence. So I think it's a pretty good answer.
And final question for either player from Ethan Cohen. So there was a lot of hope in EMEA this year, particularly because of the emergence of a top four that looked very stacked in the LEC. How do you explain that the region is officially the worst in the world at this MSI, as UNG2 are the first teams out of the main stage? And do you think there is still room for hope at Worlds?
I mean, I can say. I mean, it's a fact that this MSI we didn't perform as a region at all. But I wouldn't say like, okay, right now by results we are the worst region. But I won't go to Worlds thinking that. I will go to Worlds thinking that we're going to do a great job and we'll have a better preparation for it. And I hope all the teams from my region think the same.
Any final comments?
I don't think so. I think what Miran said made sense. So I basically have the same opinion.
And that concludes the press conference with MKOI. Thank you.
Thank you.